This new CATIA R2022X release video will highlight just a few of the many new roles and enhancements for designers, engineers, systems engineers, and construction professionals. For designers, ISM Design Experience represents the next innovative application in computer-aided styling and Class A surface modeling. With ISM Design Experience, surface modelers can seamlessly connect with the enterprise on the 3D Experience platform, taking advantage of full digital continuity across the product development process. R2022X brings significant improvements. In particular, users can now benefit from a new soft parametric technology that combines the flexibility and precision of shape sculpting modeling and the power of the parametric associativity on design changes. The OmniSmart technology recognizes and predicts the designer's intent based upon his geometry selection. It also introduces innovative commands and features, including sculpting laws, Greenville points, and global deformation. With R2022X, the OmniSmart technology is optimized further by proposing a single command. For example, the OmniSurf feature, based on the number and 3D position of curves, will generate the right type of surface, for example, a flange, blend, or sweep. R2022X brings many improvements to the human experience designer role, which expands the use of the virtual human to better create, engineer, simulate, and validate their products, environments, and experiences. With this release, this user role now includes the ability to animate the interaction of the virtual human with the product, previously only available in specialist kinematics applications. By improving the evaluation of human factors of the design, the release introduces CATIA Generative Human, a new user experience to create human avatars for all body shapes and sizes, from babies to the elderly, and according to each use case. Also, the release allows you to study certified ergonomics with Ramsys, a 3ds partner solution, at all stages of design, including the conceptual phase. Finally, within the virtual reality, the full body motion of users can be shown or reflected to understand and validate faster and better. R2022X enhances the CATIA product perception experience, which allows the creation of predefined scenes of the 3D model and its configurations to create intuitive presentations with interactions directly in the 3D for brainstorming, review, and experience. Now the role integrates simulation results to boost collaborative innovation. For engineers, Collaborative Designer for CATIA V5. Using Collaborative Designer for CATIA V5, V5 designers can save data to the platform, access lifecycle management capabilities, search for components, maintain revision history, manage tasks and changes, access related documents, organize content, and communicate with colleagues, all from within the CATIA V5 interface. With R2022X, user productivity in 3D Experience is increased by the ability to edit CATIA V5 design knowledgeware parameters directly from the 3D Experience application. For instance, this allows 3D Experience companies to better leverage data from suppliers who are using V5. Example, increase industrial process coverage with 3D Experience key differentiators, and accelerate existing processes with automated and generative experiences for mechanical coverage. R2022X offers easier multicad product definition as it provides CATIA V5 users with straightforward insertion and visualization of 3D Experience shapes, including data from CATIA web apps, also known as X applications. You can also save 3D Experience data into multiple chosen CATIA V5 levels in a dedicated panel. The supplier working with several OEMs, including those in V5, and publish its part to each OEM in that OEM environment and configuration. R2022X introduces Eco Design Engineer for sustainable innovation intelligence. The Eco Design Engineer role allows you to enrich the 3D Experience virtual twins with knowledge about environmental impacts of materials and human activities. For example, processes such as extraction and packaging and transport, manufacturing, etc. This allows you to perform a complete lifecycle assessment from material extraction up to reuse and recycling, and select the best alternatives. Once organizations have targeted environmental performance goals, this role assists the designer in accomplishing those goals. From the early design stages, the eco-design engineer can perform trade-off comparisons between design alternatives and compute, and therefore reveal and analyze the environmental bill of each alternative. This analysis relies and integrates environmental standards. In particular, it rests on the EcoInvent Database 3.7, a widely recognized lifecycle inventory database that quantifies the environmental impact of human activities and materials, using tens of KPIs such as CO2 emissions, land use, water use, etc. Weight and balance intelligence helps managers and engineers to drive their design for lightweight engineering, which requires the right balance in weight, center of gravity, and inertia matrix, the three performance indicators. With Weight and Balance Manager, one can define the weight and balance objectives to improve the design performance from the early stages of the program. With Weight and Balance Designer, one instantly navigates any configured product structure, including earlier versions, modifies them, and can see the impact of changes. Throughout the project, both roles allow you to automatically evaluate and refine the weight of each element with estimated values so as to converge towards the stated objectives. They allow you to compare the performance of alternatives to make the right decision. In R2022X, the performance of the Airframe Fastener engineer role is greatly enhanced with the ability to define and manage bundles of fasteners. With this new technology, it's now possible to represent and manage the millions of fasteners of a complete aircraft while reducing errors and enforcing company standards and rules. For systems engineers, Electrical 3D Systems and Manufacturing Engineer has several enhancements. Optimization of the feasibility in the manufacturing ensures compatibility between the generated layout and the harness shape, increasing quality and productivity. This allows limiting the torsion as much as possible earlier in the process so that users can decrease assembly and installation errors, increasing quality and productivity. In addition, the synchronization process optimization allows you to make modifications to already flattened form boards without major rework. You can easily update the revised flattened shape manufacturing documentation with just one click. Systems Traceability Analyst and Systems Traceability Engineer provide greater efficiency and adaptation with a powerful new ergonomic user interface, very simplified, that improves the workflow. Systems Traceability Analyst helps systems engineers, system architects, and requirement engineers to reduce the iteration loop by supporting collaboration and traceability among heterogeneous datasets. In R2022X, the new Cross-Highlight with 3D Widgets function aids in navigation, speed, and productivity to follow traceability and logical architecture directly in the 3D context. Systems Traceability Engineer is the user role for system reviewer and project managers, and to provide non-MBSE experts the capacity to navigate, review, and perform traceability and impact analysis. In R2022X, Dynamic Systems Engineer and Mechatronic Systems Engineer now offers the generation of a Modelica model from Piping and Instrumentation Diagram, PNID. A major enhancement for this is that systems architects transpose a static PNID principle diagram into a dynamic architecture and can rapidly predict systems behavior and simulate the performance of complex fluidic installations. For construction professionals, in R2022X, CATIA solutions for building and civil engineering design and engineering solutions have been greatly enhanced. For the civil designer and civil engineer roles, Dassault systems continue to increase capabilities to design linear infrastructure, such as road and railway projects, within the context of a terrain. These new features include improvements such as alignment commands to the Bridge Design Assistant, as well as the hybrid modeling between terrains mesh and exact surface geometry to generate cut and fill geometry for excavations. Integrating polyhedral mesh modeling increases productivity designing earthworks for road and railway projects by more than 60%. Now terrain modifications for fills and excavations are automatically computed, without data conversion. For Computational Designer for Construction, a new user experience integrates the algorithmic scripting window and interactive 3D manipulators directly into the 3D model. Again, these are just a few of the many new roles and enhancements for designers, engineers, systems engineers, and construction professionals now available in CATIA R2022X.